it all comes down to this. 16 teams, $3 million, and one trophy. This isn't just any tournament. This is a legacy in the making. My name is Barney Banks, and I am your host for the Pmwc at the 2025 Esports World Cup. We've seen unbelievable plays, we've seen heartbreaks, and we've seen comebacks. But now only one thing changes. Today, Smash Rule comes into play.
Can those teams underneath dismount them? Like Kale says, it's a wonder here, but we're getting Sandhawk to start things off in just a short moment. No Smash ruling will come effect on this first match. It's all about getting over that match point.
That's what we're working with. We'll keep you up to date as things flow, as the teams start to show us what they're made of today. But all you can do, if you're watching at home or in the arena here live, give these teams your energy. Make some noise in that building and show us how excited you are for these games.
We're cutting across Sandhawk, directly horizontal, like a slice from a katana. Which one of these teams will be sharp enough in this game to get above of that match point at 128 and take this whole tournament home? Or will we go all 6 maps today?
It's impact time and time again, but this whole squad goes explosive like the bow that Suk likes to play with so consistently. And right now they're thrown into a clash versus Aura. First tag's good. Able to knock the opening man here into the last day of action. Takes down Jiggle, backline for No Fear.
Order goes down pretty quickly as well, playing behind the stairways, but Aura's taking a sideswipe angle here. I think Team Secret starts to get slightly involved.
Aiming for this one. Slowly makes his move forward. The jump up from Sky might have given the game away, but the periphery wasn't spotted. He instantly engages. Angle peek as well. Good tag from Sleepy. The bite back. It's a hefty hit. Looking for more.
33Z steps up though. We'll find him on a beautiful DBS shot.
It's the RX that are on the screen now. We get their POV. Nate's over the top. Nice. So good. Right on top of Order, and look at the follow-up. The downtime on that. This is how we're getting some more of their gameplay early. So Birdcage is going to be startled when they make their move over towards the zone. Notch in Red Force ready for the clash, but we're already falling to one. This Phalanx unloaded. DBS rattles back over though, and 4 Thrives might come unstuck. You think you finished the job? T24.
Red taking down Redox. As Falcon has made a quick rotate towards the center of the circle, going for a lot more of these. Recently, APG trying to move through the circle. This is slightly late. They cleared the western side, but they were bold on their push towards the east. Zhor's already there.
Different angles because of where they found themselves trapped. Limited cover to play with. Shots in the backline still coming in from Doxy. Ahead of him, it's he that's also trying to take peaks back over. In the meantime, Aura go out. Seems like Power have kicked off the fight versus Yangon as well. Say Cloud. That one gets stolen away. Red Lucario wants 4 Thrives continue the fight versus
Considering how strong he's been for the squad, they do get a re-knock, but now Yangon Galacticos down to 2 versus the 3 coming through from Power. Al-Haji is fully flushed out there. In those moments, Smile gets taken down by Ragnar. A match point might just not be found in this match as Yangon Galacticos are out.
Bullets out for Reefus off the back of Doc C. He's trying to take the beats on this.
Again now for Alpha Gaming, just the 2 players. This is really rough. Reefus hits the deck also. This Alter Ego almost about to lose Krypton at distance from Tizzy. If you're Alter Ego, this was a very, very good opportunity for them to catch up in the rankings.
Non-ship. I don't think this will be a Dr. Trapped in behind the rocks. Via Flux taking the head-to-head versus Regnum Cario with a third party from Team Secret as well. Tizzy has already shown us how much turmoil he can cause in this lobby with the shots over onto Krypton of Alter Ego. You get the replay here of a very important fight as well. That was Power versus Yangon that resulted in them going out.
Alter Ego's doing great work. Moana with a big nade. Hits the double. He knows he's got to get back in because just like that, the play zone was doing a huge amount of damage. I think he just about made it through, but that's another great nade from Tizzy over towards Rosemary, leaving them down to just the 1 player. Alva's back up on his feet. Moana's dropping the smokes.
Tizzy's trying to get in close range. Wants to put the shot into good use. Tag from the side. Alba gets a visual on him. Nade up from the teammate. Good peek back in. It's Binny in the back that hits heavy with the DBS. You're going for the pickup. The car drives by. That one's going to arc you back up and get you a little bit clammy in the hands. Rifus has 4 nades of his own to reply with. Casts one in close. Binny rocks over. They can play off one another. That's the manpower advantage they have. And Rifus, he's on an island. The nade bouncing over the top as well. Reply with the molly to force him out of position. He's being burnt, cooked in position. They just need to get close to finish him.
Oh, gets tagged by the flames as well, and that will be Rifus going down here in our first angle of the day, and docks out, and it's power of all the teams to make it happen. Making these games interesting, taking down both Yangon and APG.
His Team Secret having a bit of a scout on that one, see if they want to commit to it. Zizzy on the peak up, only able to grab one. The boa constrictor himself poises, hits back.
No!
Oh, straight into the nade. And goodbye Falcons, as Team Secret shut them down.
No team is inside the circle. Nongshim Red Force taking this time to move out towards the south side and get some big angles. Another nade up towards the backside of Power there should be going down now. Ragnar attempts to deny the points, but it's slightly late.
So many wide open sight lines to work with. Zizzy realizes he's got to get up close and provide some cover for himself, but it's an instant connection. First man falls, leaving only 2. They can't play to get him back up. They've got to focus on the crosshairs instead.
That will be Nongshim Red Force taking the first chicken dinner of the day. Is it Reaper? That's like Max's nade of the day right there.
Yeah. Max a minimum on that one. We'll forget about that. Focus up on this. Nongshim Red Force versus Fireflies. Throwing out fists inside of the building. Close quarters engagements with that third party of DRX trying to get a look in as well. It's light up if you're a fan for Yangon as they're in with 3 eliminations off the back of that.
Oh, I'm getting a replay. Don't show us the replay. Yangon though, that is 3 separate teams they've been involved on. It was Team Secret, Ida, as well as Alter Ego. Yangon Galacticos. And they use the plane map as well as the circle that came through to identify an area on the map that might be a little bit more open. They can start to develop that intel.
The Arena Gladiators swinging and showing us their hand.
Track of a lot of the players coming through. The circle will start to push E-Arena in. Now for Yangon Galacticos, this is less of a matter about battling against E-Arena and more of a case of battling against Horror stealing away these eliminations.
It's Murna and SayCloud that have basically just had to prevent anyone sneaking in from the backline, whilst the raw focus from Romeo and co is just thrown down the hill onto E-Arena. They're finally getting what they were building into on this one and converting those knocks into full eliminations, take down the squad, 1 single point away from beating the 128 barrier now.
So Yangon Galacticos just need to get themselves into 8. That's all they need. Krypton tries to take it up towards the Falcon.
For the vision, back over on towards Horror with 2 players in the center there for the quick rotate, depending on where the favored fight goes. Meanwhile, Zol, the last man from Alpha, is spotted with a wrap over from 4 Fribes. Oh, Toshpik goes for the peek out, but it doesn't work. Narvalo.
Falcons, they see weakness, and they'll send in.
Narvalo unloads. The hailstorm hits onto Falak T24. Trying to scrap back, but not much that can be done. It's a goodbye for Fribes. Unfortunately, the Falcons might have finally come unstuck. Shots down on the 3 of the players. Only 1 man remains alive. Meanwhile, Jiggle looking for the head-to-head versus Yangon.
Gigantic game from Falcons, honestly. 11 elims, very, very nice. They won't go any further than that. Weibo Gaming looking to catch up to the Titans at the top of the lobby. Another nade sent through in the Molotov, as well as a nade towards the back, but Romeo will at least hit Jiggle with that molly. Burns him out. In the meantime, Murnat will pick up Silas. Sleepy gets lucky there on that bounce, didn't he?
For Yangon, the job is done of all they wanted to establish on this one, pushing past that 128 barrier and making it to the match point for the smash rule. They're focused now on how far can they go in this game. Strike fear into the other squads with how they've been playing.
Yangon, Romeo's down, and they're going to send in with SayCloud. No fear will be taken out. But they need another game after this one with a chicken dinner. Sky, though, from Horror, put in the work, and Weibo still holding on that south side, Jackie.
Good shot from Sky, dear me. Yeah. Really crisp stuff. Yangon have finally met their match in Horror with how they've been able to play. Wide open angles and quick shots from Sky. Mernat, though, frustrated, wants to grab even more points for them. If the fight kicks off, they can get angles onto you, even if you only slightly peek back into it. Mernat inside of the vehicle, hit heavy by order so long ago. The last man representing the organization trapped in position with he just guarding his only exit.
Yeah, just needs to worry about the blue, essentially, and that'll do the trick.
Ivy dived in behind the tree in the loot crate. There's a nade that's going to be cast towards his position, but he's topped himself back up. The heal comes through in the nick of time. Meanwhile, the shots uphill are good for damage, but the knock is confirmed onto SayCloud.
Really important knock there coming through from he on a side swipe. Mernat tries to make his way across. A very important game, not only for Yangon Galacticos, but also Weibo. 91 points. And if they win this game, they'll shoot themselves up towards...
Still, so much utility left to work with. That's been a difference maker for this team.
Smart plays here from 33Zs. He takes down Mernat, slowly pushing up, and another goes down. And Weibo will find themselves the second chicken dinner of the day. But the big storyline is Yangon Galacticos. They have crossed the line.
That match point, smash rule coming into effect. That's what they were hoping for on this outing. This one, they knocked Regnum Karia off kilter. And they suffer because of it. Oh, Rifus with 7 nades in the backpack. And they are so closely grouped. A big nade on target. Al-Haji will not be happy with that one as his legs get blown away. And they've still got more to follow up with.
It's a massive nade coming through from APG, but no follow-up just yet. They know how crowded this zone is. Another shot from Zol over towards Alter Ego in Rosemary. Looks like they are going to regroup on top of it now, though, as Loxy starts to get a little bit closer over towards Power.
Danger close at the minute. Nades on top. Again, the follow-up explosions are good to try and restrict Power. But that one does more than just chip damage. The whole roster getting hit heavy by the mortar strike from Alpha, and even Loxy realizes he wants nothing to deal with this. Tries to get away whilst they crash in to clean up onto the down squad. Shots are clean.
Even Maxman would agree that some of the arcs on those nades were better than arcs from One Piece. Unfortunately, APG fall fairly quickly afterwards as Regnum Karia continued to put on the pain.
Between Regnum Karia and Alpha, it only benefits them at the minute.
Yangon Galacticos can cleanly clear out both teams in Regnum Karia and APG. It's a massive result for them. Moana even getting involved alongside with Alva from Alter Ego, who are still up and kicking, and a massive long-range shot over towards Loxy makes Regnum Karia all the more uncomfortable, and another nade over the top.
The DRX pulling up. Oh, Maria arrives and instantly hits from the sidelines. Goodbye, Rifus. Crashed on, up close and personal. If they can handle DRX, they could push themselves up towards that match point. Enter the smash zone alongside Yangon. Doc, good with the moves. Hits the first, but look who's here. It's Mernat peeking in over the ridge, looking to clean up on this one. As DRX go down, they are handled by Alpha, but the nades are still rolling on through.
And APG will hit match point on this game, prepping themselves for the next if Yangon cannot finish this one out. Nades over the top, it's a long one over towards top, and it hits pretty.
Mernat is looking magical with these nades, making Alpha disappear before his eyes, and now he wants to split them in half like a bad magician. Pushes up with Big Papa Pump, unload, but it's a miss. Uncomfortable as they lose a player. One goes down, Mernat removed, but Yangon live on.
It might be quite difficult. It's 13 eliminations, I believe, that they'd need on this game.
never a second where Yangon are not looking for the next opportunity to fight. Oh my, fire flux. Seems like the fire's going to be going out off the damage done from Yangon, but they at least reply for a single knock back onto them. It's SayCloud with very little HP to play with here. Obviously his position was compromised quite some time ago. Smile.
Drops the smokes. The Blues pushing him in. Shots coming through, I imagine, from Alter Ego. Currently still in ruins. Giving Yangon on just the one.
They're going to be happy and walk away crowned.
Yeah, the big thing here is that Yangon just really hasn't changed up their play style, and Yangon will go out.
And it's still going to be probably another minute or 2 minutes before it's concluded.
Falcons picking up a few points there, picking up their teammate too, as they take the fight and they draw it away. Fireflux will fall in their face, but Yangon Galacticos versus APG. This is the fight for the top side of the tables. Hang on a minute, on the ridgeline, Yangon Galacticos have position, but Alpha Gaming rock on up. They swing from the east side and they're pushing in. First player to go down is Burner from Yangon Galacticos.
Into the dirt. Well, for Silas, he's worried about Noxum Red Force. You also have Weibo, who's going to be up ahead. We've lost Ragnar from Power. Ida fighting off against him from a distance. You also got DRX joining in as well. Fights galore taking place, and well, for every player that gets taken down, for every team that's eliminated, that puts other rosters closer to Smash Point or closer to a victory.
Power eating lead right now as Ida taking them to task, but they have had their fair share of punishment here, with Eren going down as just Emre left standing.
Slow down. Nice shot from Yudbin up ahead. That's on Smile. That is a critical down, and for YG, they have to make a big decision. Leave their hard cover and go get the pickup. They're going to commit for it.
The difficulty here is that Yangon Galacticos have to leave their hard cover. Alhaji giving a good attempt at holding against DRX, but you've got to imagine his number is up. Will go down, trying to backfill.
Here they go, and YG was firing a couple of shots. Sides is going to go up top and try and challenge the YG boys. This is going to get tense. Smile back on his feet. Nade cooking. It's thrown. Hyunbin manages to dodge. Another one thrown on Soez, but he dodges it as well. DRX continues to progress. Smile, he is dropped off for the second time in just a short amount of time.
APG grinning ear to ear right now. The main threat from the south side taken down, but DRX may just sidle in to take their place, usurp that position on the south edge and play as 4 rather than the 3 that Yangon Galacticos were playing around with before. Hyunbin nade over the top, SayCloud sidesteps another, a Smile finally bleeds out. He's staying alive on a sliver of HP, and Scissors cut along from the sidelines. Romeo steps into the fight. The nade finally takes him down, but Romeo now pressured out by the blue zone.
Romeo, like you said, he's got to move, he's got to go, and he's pretty much the last hope and chance for the opportunity of Yangon Galacticos to close this out in Smash Point, but Reefus from APG guns him down, and APG...
It's a question of keeping your head down, finding those later game rotates. We're in stage 5 right now, which means there's a lot of variability, and again, Magnum Karya get the knock over to Doc on the tree line. It's Reservoir, but...
Length of APG, but maybe even focuses more from Magnum Karya up ahead, because now they don't have to worry as much about Thunder Talk. Doc, watch your back! Silas is taking you down!
It felt like he was slow on the trigger there for Silas. He spotted a player from Team Secret as well. What are you doing? Stood up there, my man. DRX, it's go time.
This is the time for Ragnakaria to up the pressure, to up the ante onto APG. This is a beautiful opportunity to take them out and continue this tournament. When DRX starts to push up, you have a real opportunity. A nice shot. Hyunbin will drop one. That's going to be Reefus. Fully finished off, but Doc fights back. Doc gets a knock onto one.
He needs to give something back to his team here. He's been picked up plenty. Now he needs to pick up the slack where his backline is starting to fall. They're playing as 3, and DRX have 3 players bearing down upon them, and he's down again. It's now all up to 2 players for APG to maybe take this one home. They'll get points, but I don't think they're getting the chicken dinner here with top falling. It's only Zeol left.
Last alive is going to be No Fear. Down to a solo. Regnum Karya starts to push onto him. Thunder Talk with 2. Zeus moving in. Jaiki up ahead. Wild taking a lot of damage. Meanwhile, Zial still stands.
Only just, though. It seems like he is not long for this one. As soon as Team Secret start to extend control, or DRX on the flip side. And the last player from Aura is right behind them. No Fear, nade over the top. That's Yol going out.
Around to put APG into this vice script. They've got to be very careful here. And let's not forget, Reefus has totally separated from his roster. He's all the way up north, and in fact, I believe he's down. So for APG, the troubles will continue. I'm starting to get worried.
This is looking dangerous. Scarface from Fireflux as well. Now with a chance to take Zyol out here. Close range with the auto shotty. The SK-12, no match for Zyol with the pump action. Takes Scarface down at a distance. Matcap can't do anything about it. But Top falls in the meantime. And he's going to go down to Wild from Regnum Karya.
It's 2 down. See, you gotta stay up here. Regnum Karya once again looking to silence the team of APG in back-to-back games. They're so close to doing it, and Toshbik is pushing up. Doc by himself, forced to hold his ground, retreats to the hard cover. That's all he can do.
Oh, it's starting to get dicey for Alpha Gaming. And they are down to 2. They're going to push up towards Matcap. A solo on Fireflux. His ridgeline is getting suppressed by power across the way. And Zyol's down as well, leaving a solo for Alpha Gaming. Now, I'm going to reframe this one over towards Yangon Galacticos because Alpha are out of the running.
They've got to. This is a perfect opportunity. If they can win this fight in sensational fashion, it would put them in such a distinct advantage. And it is looking good, at least off the rip. Saycloud's going to drop one. Smile's going to get the finish on the drop player. You've got a couple more to deal with up ahead. If Yangon Galacticos could win this spot, they can gatekeep Horda, they can gatekeep DRX, but it is imperative they do not lose a single player.
The nade as they fade away, but they will not find the knock, and Trang goes down. Now they're looking for Frankie. Team Secret on 2 players standing. Trying to keep things going, but the nades pour on in, and Yangon Galacticos lose 2. They have to slow down, but Team Secret will not be able to take this fight in the meantime, though.
But for the reset, well, Yangon Galacticos go for it. Jaiki takes a little bit of damage. That gives enough time to get the members from Yangon Galacticos potentially up, but they're still 2 down, and they don't have the chance just yet. And slowly but surely, Team Secret starts to get it. A nade comes out. He wants to at least maintain his tournament life. A chance is still here, but again, you brought up DRX. They're just on the outskirts.
And Falcons are taking shots over this way as well. Stabilization now for Yangon Galacticos. All 4 players are there, and Team Secret are starting to fold back. Have to fall away to the wayside as the circle moves away from them. Gonna try and sideline over. Weibo going for a crash as well. Remember, 2 points. 2 points is all they need. And into power they go. 2 players close by and out into the ground floor fight. Alhaji first to face. Easy on the top floor. They're going to try and play up and down the stairs, establish a crossfire, and it's good for 1. Easy is able to close the jaws on the first pickup, but Weibo still have 3 more players going.
You also have Yangon Galacticos crashing in on Noxium Red Force. 2 critical fights taking place between 2 critical teams. Saycloud is going to manage to take down Duck. You also have Easy falling. Weibo manages to get 1 elimination plus the finish, but they're still 1 point away. 2 big fights. Who's going to come out ahead?
Weibo find that 2nd point on a flush, and they're into the smash zone now. It doesn't really matter what they do for the rest of it, as we want to head over towards Yangon Galacticos. There are 3 players on the north, with Noxium Red Force fighting on the inside, and Falcons are flexing out to the north to third party this.
That's right. Yangon Galacticos need to stay up. They unfortunately lost a player.
Yangon Galacticos less so. They need this fight to end. They need to end it fairly quickly too.
Yes, they do. And then you have to deal with Falcons right after that. So the task is not going to be easy. Saycloud falls out of nowhere. Aaron, the solo, managed to hit a shot from I don't know how many meters away. And this only helps Noxium Red Force as they start to push up. Murnath will also fall. And now it's up to a solo unless they can get back up to a duo, which they manage to finally do.
Saycloud back to his feet, looking to try and heal. Nades in hand now, 5 for Romeo. A lot of ordnance to put down here, and they need to expend it now. Doesn't connect a lot there. Romeo dashes forwards, the DBS in hand. Binny chases him down and catches his heel as it tries to go through. A 1-for-1 trade, but Saycloud has 2 more to deal with, and it will not be a smash here in match number 5.
It's straight into Noxium Red Force, and Smile is scouting, but I hope he doesn't get too carried away. He's jumped out.
Oh, Doc has been spotted, I believe, out on this western side. Gonna have to be careful, and Smile gets Doc down. He's going to find that knock, and it is just time and time again that he has dropped the ball for APG. And finally, it may be the death blow dealt towards Alpha Gaming.
Hurts. But for Alpha Gaming, a chance still remains with 3 players up, but you just gave an elimination to the team you're fighting against. For Horda, they start to push in for Team Secret, trying to hold on tight. They cannot.
2-2 split into the next zone. Let's take a look at this replay. Doc hops out, and I mean, yeah.
hit and run.
To hold this 2-2 split. So potential space there. Alpha Gaming with potentially their last rotate on this tournament. As Reapers gets spotted. Now in the firing line. He's loading up to take these shots. And Weibo across the way, taking down more players from Alpha Gaming. Xiol, the last bastion here for the team from Mongolia.
And taking damage. Order with the third party. Yangon Galacticus might be getting taken down relatively soon. They've got to play this carefully. That's going to be a close one we have to watch. Another zone shift is about to occur in just about 50 or so seconds. DRX getting taken down. 4 Thrives. Another roster that is looking to elevate themselves up to top 4. The chances here, they're hitting the shots needed, but they do have a down player. 4 Thrives is putting up a wonderful fight, but DRX is fighting back as well. IQ and Co need to buck up and obviously play this well. With only a solo left, 4 Thrives' job becomes even harder. IQ has such a tall task, and he's down, and 4 Thrives did not do enough to break in to the top 5. Narvalo has fallen. Ralph will fight once again. Narvalo fully down and out now. Falcons down to 3. Such a pivotal fight between Falcons and Noxium Red Force, and potentially the final fight for both rosters.
Yangon Galacticos may be trying to third party this as well as the Falcons go down to 3, but Noxium Red Force seem to be bleeding as well. The arena across the way could try and have an impact here with 2 players looking to heal on up. It's up to Doc to hold the corner, but Koa wins the day. Another frag around the edge, and it's going to be Noxium Red Force continuing their bleed out. Koa drops down and away from danger. Yangon Galacticos wasting time here. Not going to be allowed to approach as TZ, the last
got the high
ground to find Ralph. Will get one. Redox now with a chance to hold it down for the Falcons as Koa's fallen as well. Last player for the Falcons alive, and they cannot make it. Top 8 denied from Falcons, who are gone already. Noxium Red Force from E-Arena as well. That western side could get dangerous, but Xiol is still playing, by the way, as solo, and he's in the circle.
Say Cloud's down, he can't get picked back up. Burnett has to move forward. Order is starting to go in onto Yangon Galacticos. They're collapsing in. Weibo wants to silence the Yangon Galacticos roster right here and now. But can they get their teammate back into the fight? They need to be as healthy as possible to try and catch him in the points category. Order taking a lot of damage, sleeping from a distance, might be able to mow it down.
He goes forwards, but he meets a wall of bullets sent out his way. And Weibo are throwing away their position on the northern side. They try and mad dash up towards Yangon, but it is not enough. They were 11 points behind at the start of this match. They are now 13 points behind. And the placements are starting to add up. They need a lot more than they can get with only 2 players alive.
But one thing that I know, brother, from watching all these tournaments, once you have to go into the shack, it then becomes a death shack. I'm worried for Weibo Gaming.
Yangon Galacticos surviving is a nightmare for Souk right now.
Quota continues to push up. Quota wants Souk dead to right, but the nades can't connect, and Souk stays alive.
It's only a matter of time. He's taking coin flip after coin flip, and the Molotov is burning at his feet. It's not connecting, though. The spread's not there, but they've got nades pouring on in. No, they're not connecting. Are you kidding me? Souk is weathering the storm that is battering down this shack.
Right, Souk trying his best to stay alive, but all it takes is one good connection. Another nade goes in. Is this going to be good? Is it going to be good? Yes, it is. And Weibo will fall. APG already out, and Yangon Galacticos will take Pmwc 2025 in sensational fashion.
The madmen from Myanmar able to take the top spot here in Riyadh. Pmwc sent over to East Asia once again, and they will be happy to receive it.
Very, very soon. Rita tries to clutch up, can't do it. Order will take our final game of the tournament. But of course, the narrative has to go to Yangon Galacticos, the winners of Pmwc 2025. Well done, boys.
It is Yangon Galacticos.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have found our champions. The team, they persevered, they climbed the mountain, they survived the gauntlet that was Smash Sunday. Incredible. Congratulations, gentlemen. Emotions are, of course, running high. We could all see from your faces, you knew midway through that game that you managed to secure the win. But for now, let's start things slow. Let's start things easy, okay? First and foremost, I would like to invite our key master, Dominic. He's going to come out and present you with your Esports World Cup key. There you have it. Look at that. And so you know what you have to do now, don't you, gentlemen? We have to send your opponents down from the grand finals, okay? We are going to crush these keys. Say, Cloud, would you like to start us off? Why don't you turn the key and start those engines? Right, the engines are started. You'll feel it underneath the feet. Hold up. Okay. Hold up. Okay, Marnet, you can. Marnet, you can flick that switch. Push forward. There we go. Reveal that iris. We've opened it up. Look at those teeth. They are menacing. Okay. Master Smile, would you like to wave? Well, hold on. I'm going to give you a count. In 3, in 2, 1. Send them down. All those keys destroyed in the Crusher. Your enemies have been defeated. 15 teams' keys have been sent down into the depths. And now that your key is the only one that is left intact, I would like you to take your Pmwc trophy key and place that into the center of the trophy and go and claim your prize. Stand-out performances that we have had. Be careful, walk your way over here because we have our Sony MVP of the Pmwc here standing next to me. It is Doc from Alpha Gaming, everybody! Congratulations, Doc, you are absolutely phenomenal. Okay, I'm gonna head back over here because for one final time, Gidea Esports Arena, make some noise for your 2025 Pmwc champions at the Esports World Cup. It is Yangon Galacticos!
Dream come true, written in gold. Yangon Galacticos becomes the champions of Pmwc 2025. What a moment for those four boys here, being able to conquer adversity, launch themselves into the stratosphere as Yangon Galacticos is your champion. They're able to put it on the ground, get win after win against all of these teams, and here is your confirmation here. Number one, 157 points at the very end 7. They take Pmwc.
And you just play the way you did today in your next tournament from the get-go, I really believe this squad could be taking home so many trophies.
We're going to do something else. They made these global teams change everything to suit them, and that is the mark of a dominant team.
And every player stood out in different ways. Say Cloud, the utility, the scouting was so impactful. Smile, the IGLing on the edge has been absolutely fantastic. Marnet, Romeo, always putting himself in danger for the greater good of the squad. Every player had their impact, and that is why they were crowned your Pmwc champions.
And there we have Mike McCabe here, the COO of the Esports World Cup Federation, or the Foundation, and of course Yangon Galacticos now being able to position themselves here in front of the totem. It's a special sight as they will start ascending the totem. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Pmwc has not disappointed. And now we get to see as Yangon Galacticos will not only etch themselves in history, but etch themselves in Esports World Cup history as well here at Pmwc. And for one more final time here, the dream has come true. Yangon Galacticos goes absolutely galactic here, live from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. They are your Pmwc champions! Magnificent scenes here from them, of course, to be able to put themselves in the history books. 7, what a performance.
What a performance indeed. Going from group stages, we thought that this squad was just going to be a surprise team.